We are all fucked. Society is completely fucked. The lack of empathy is astounding. I just watched a man's last few moments of his life in the Ukraine conflict. I won't say which side, but the comments were laughing at him, mocking him, saying he deserved it. He may have been drafted and looked old enough to have a family. A 10-second clip and I've been reduced to tears after the comments. It was an FPV drone, and people laughed comparing it to COD. As a species, we are fucked. Edit please read. Since this posted has gained so much attention and garnered a few, quite frankly brain-dead responses, I'd figure I'd clarify my overall views of the situation. I am fully with the Ukrainians. It was an unprompted invasion and violation of their sovereignty. I don't have too much sympathy for an invading force, but I won't say something stupid like this man deserved to die. It was probably coming, seen as the Russians were poorly trained and equipped. But what shook me were the kids. Children. In the comments, saying, "Bro got spawn-killed face with years of joy," and "Camping IRL is crazy cold face." That man didn't deserve his last moments to be uploaded and mocked. Boyfriend's dog ruined my brand new $2,500 couch 20 minutes after delivery. Got a big bonus at work. Decided to buy myself a new couch as I could finally afford one. Been dating my boyfriend for about 6 months and we do not live together. 20 minutes after setting it up, his 2-year-old German Shepherd gets a case of the zoom eyes and decides my new couch looks like a fun jungle gym. He completely ruined multiple cushions with scratches and tears. I warned my boyfriend when I bought the couch it was a big purchase for me and we needed ground rules for his dog as I did not want it getting ruined. No dog on the couch, etc. I am so fucking pissed. I barely even got a chance to sit on it. My patient died today. I'm a non-emergency driver. Basically, I drive patients to their appointments. This morning I was picking up a patient to transport to dialysis. While we were walking to the vehicle, we were joking about the weather. He wasn't wearing a jacket and I asked him, "Oh, so it's not cold enough for you yet, huh?" He's an older guy and regular patient I transport. We always joke around some. He said, "Nope, not yet." I told him, "Well, I guess you're going to have to dust off your coat pretty soon." Anyways, we had a good chuckle. Once I got him settled in the passenger seat, I came around to the driver and hopped in. Patients need to sign before we get on the road, and when I turned to him for his signature, he was unconscious. I began to shake him on the shoulder and yell his name, trying to get him to respond to me. He wouldn't. I rubbed my knuckles on his chest to see if he would respond to that. He didn't. I called 911 and got out of the van and went to his side. He bobbed his head back and forward and couple times and he gasped. I was checking for breathing and a pulse. I was so scared I was shaking. I couldn't tell if I was feeling his pulse or mine, but I kept checking. The dispatcher was trying to calm me down and helped me through it. He is still sitting upright in the passenger seat, and when I was sure I didn't feel a pulse, I told the dispatcher. They told me to pull him out of the vehicle if I can, and I did. I don't know how I did it because he was a heavy-set man. It's like I was lifting a small child, from what I remember. I did manage to pull him out onto the ground, and I began doing chest compression for a couple minutes. I was so tired. Thank God a police cruiser pulled up and he took over the compressions. Then another officer arrived after him and they took turns. Not too long after EMS pulled up and they took over. Everything felt so surreal and it felt like time was moving slow, but everything happened within the span of 15 minutes, so I had hope. I broke down a little when one of the officers asked me if I was okay. I expressed that I should have pulled him out of the vehicle sooner, and he comforted me and tried to reassure me. I've never seen anyone die in front of my eyes. I just keep having these flashes of the patient's face in my head. I don't want to make this too long, but that is pretty much the whole situation. I don't even remember driving back to my main office. It was a tough morning. I need a drink or something. I can't stop picturing him. WTF are these companies gonna do when we all just can't afford anything anymore? They just keep jacking up the prices of shit and laying PPL off work, not hiring people, not paying OT, not increasing wages. Like one day nobody is gonna be able to afford anything, and we are the ones putting money in these mofos' pockets. WTF are they gonna do when they are the only ones who have all the money? What is the point? Somebody let me know. Being ugly as a woman really sucks. Being an ugly woman sucks so much. No one gives me a chance to prove my worth. They just dismiss me the instant they see me. I know I'm a decent person with a decent personality and that I'd make a decent partner, but those qualities seem to be useless without good looks. I'm quite intelligent, I'm kind and empathetic, I'm witty and can keep a conversation flowing. I'm studying in a promising field, yet no one has ever wanted to be my partner, which really sucks as I'm reaching my mid-20s. Never had a boyfriend, never kissed anyone, never even been on a date, never been asked out. Guys just look at me and go no, and then that door is closed. And yes, I've tried doing the asking, and I've gotten rejected every time. I'm fucking invisible, and not only in the dating world. In group settings, people don't even look at me when talking because apparently I'm too discomforting to behold. Even my supervisor chooses to talk primarily to my more attractive classmate when speaking to us both, despite me being engaged in the conversations. I ask a question, and it's answered as if someone else presented it. It's like I don't even exist. My own best friend has now ditched me to simp on someone with a very similar personality but better looks. And no, losing weight will not help. I'm already fit. When I say ugly, I mean actually ugly. I mean bad face structures that only surgery might fix ugly. I also already have a good dressing style, so there's that. There's literally nothing more I can change. And I don't want to wear makeup to the point of catfishing for someone to find me date-worthy. Before any of you go, it sucks to be an ugly guy too. Yeah, I'm sure it sucks and that you guys face similar problems, but honestly, how many of you know of ugly women finding hot boyfriends? Because personally, I can't think of a single case, but the opposite exists in abundance. It is of my opinion that women do give men with nice personalities a chance, but the opposite happens very rarely. And please don't tell me that attractive people face issues too. Like, yeah, I know. Obviously, it must suck to always have someone drooling over you, but come on, would someone attractive ever choose to be ugly? No, never. And I think that alone is enough answer to the question of whether it's better to be pretty or ugly. It really sucks to be an ugly woman when beauty is the one characteristic that society expects the most from the female gender. End of rant. Thanks for reading. My mom wants her husband to get me pregnant. I am married and 26, but my mom is 47 and getting married soon. We have a complicated history due to her abusing me as a child, but she seemed to have gotten better. At least I thought so. She invited me to her wedding last week, and just now she dropped the bomb. I want my husband to get you pregnant so I can have another child. My mom had a hysterectomy. Now I don't know if it's safe for me to go to her wedding, and now it's how to tell my husband. My husband will be furious. Not with me, but with my mom, and he's extremely protective over me and our children. My mom trafficked me as a child, and now I have an overwhelming fear that she will try to traffic me into giving her a child or something. I know it's stupid to be afraid of that. My cousins found my aunt and uncle dead today, and I was the first responder. This morning, I was getting my motorcycle ready for the unusually great weather when I got a call from one of my cousins. Now I instantly found this odd because if I ever hear from them, I get a call from my aunt. I answer, and my youngest cousin from that part of the family is 6. The older brother is 8. He's freaking out asking if I can explain CPR to them. I told them to call the police and that I'd be over in 5 minutes. I speed over and they're both outside crying and screaming. Thankfully, the neighbors had them and told me that both the parents were inside on the floor. I am blood related to my aunt, by the way. My uncle was married into the family. Now I have a lot of experience with dealing with traumatic sites. I was in the infantry with tenure. I've not only seen some messed up stuff, I've caused some messed up stuff. In that job, you get a lot of medical training because we're the nurses for the medic when he's kind of busy. So we're trained fairly well. So I run into the house. My aunt? Her head is blown off, and my uncle? Top of his head is also wide open. It's obvious that he shot her, then took his own life while the 2 boys were asleep. By this point, the police had arrived and were opening the door. I let them know it's a real bad sight. Female has no head. The one cop threw up the moment he turned the corner. I'm still dealing with the sight mentally. I kind of went into my old soldier mode and disconnected from the emotional side of me. I had no choice. My cousins always seen me as that tough guy. But now I'm finally breaking up a bit. She had been done with him and they were splitting up. He was abusive to her and a general asshole. So she was over it. When he learned that she was serious, he kills her, takes his own life, all with his own 2 fucking children in the next room asleep. What an absolutely pathetic piece of shit. I would normally say I hope he's burning right now. But I'm 100% certain he is. I miss her already so much. She was there when I graduated training. She was amazing, and I'm so sad she's gone to such an evil act.